Guys, yes, I am live. I'm at the camp, and yeah, we're gonna do this whether we have somebody here or not, because people have been asking, and I know you guys are gonna watch later, and then I'm gonna also put it on my YouTube channel. And if you follow me on YouTube, which is you can follow me at Sylvia Hubbard 1, and you type in the hashtag Motown Mom, you can pull up like all my other camping videos. Do not look at the hair, because we've been out here for such and such time, and yeah, I'm going all natural. I don't even bother. But we are here at the camp, and just like I always do, I always start at the beginning of our camp so you guys can see like the updates and how we've changed, especially like the people who have followed us over the years. I was trying to see if I can flip the camera around. I've got like a kind of slow connection. I'm trying to stay close to the thing because it is a busy day. So forgive me if I look down at the screen a lot, because number one, I don't have my glasses on. Yay! And number two, it's kind of busy out on the road because I guess everybody's going home. So for right now, like I do, I always start at the beginning of the camp. And you guys know we first started off kind of down there. Down there is where the platform is. And right now you can't see it because of all the trees and the greenery. But during the winter months, all of this is just gone, barren and everything. But for right now, it's not. But yeah, we started off down there on the platform, but then we decided to move all the way up here to this road where we have this large opening, and I'll do like so you can see everything. Not everything, but just the majority of this is how it comes when we pull in. This is what we see. Now we're usually driving my car, which is the RAV, because we can carry a whole bunch of stuff, and the gas mileage is amazing. It is hot today, so if you see me start to sweat, it's because I have my air conditioning clothes on, because my husband has to keep the air conditioner on in the RV. And if you can see it, we do have, where is it at? The RV, and you can see the air conditioner boxes right there. We are running purely on the sun today. If you didn't know, we're running purely on the sun, and you'll see why in just a second. So I'm taking you guys over to just the little parts that we see. Of course, this is the front of the RV, and this, we changed these to 30-pound tanks because we realized in the wintertime when we do come up and camp, we don't want to keep changing the tanks out. So this lasts us through the whole winter, basically. Well, about 2-3 months. And my husband's right, there's these small little gnats that fly around now. We've never seen those before, but they're like everywhere. But they don't particularly land on me. I do keep my Johnson & Johnson aloe vera lotion on to keep the bugs away. They're flocking around my hand, which is really weird. But we do have the 30-pound tanks here now, so we don't have to keep changing them out during the winter. And then of course we use propane to cook, and the warm water when we take showers during the summer. So we pretty much have not had to change our tanks with the 30-pound tanks for the whole, pretty much the whole summer. We just did it at the beginning of August. We have the camp fire here, and we bought a new grill so we can cook outside over the campfire. And then we have, of course, the solar panels. So I told you a little bit about, I can't remember all the schematics of it all, and I'll probably, if you leave your questions in the comments, hey Thomasetta, he googles, hi. If you leave your comments in there, or you ask questions about the solar panels, I can ask my husband and he can tell you like all the details. We actually do have, I didn't show you the wood pile, and then we have the raccoon trap, because we have caught a couple of critters up here. I haven't showed them. Usually I'm showing like all of that because I showed the bear and everything, but I haven't showed any of that. But yeah, we've been catching the raccoons coming around when we're not here, because we have cameras all around and we can see from, even when we're in Detroit, we can see here on the land, which is cool. So these are the solar panels. So, and I'll go from all the way over to all the way to the end. And right now, that's what our air conditioner and everything we're using, the internet and everything, that's what's running pretty much the RV right now, because our batteries are full and we don't really need power. So it just goes straight to what we need, and that is to keep the batteries full and to run the air conditioner and the power, the little power that we do use. So coming around, we have the deck boxes, and of course the deck my husband built, so we could sit out, and it goes just enough, as you can see, where the awning is. And then I put these small asylums and onions out to kind of keep the bigger bugs, or deter the bigger bugs from coming around and everything. And then we have solar lights also down here. That's my husband's really comfortable chair. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, I'll let you guys know. Right here we have this pole, and it actually has solar lights on it, and goes over to another one that goes over to the office, and we'll go a little bit over there. I don't know how the internet signal is going to go for us, so we'll keep it good. That's where we collect rainwater. This is 55 gallons right there. And then we have an outside garbage container, but we only put like dry stuff in there. What happened with the bear? Well, we got rid of the bear by taking away the suet cakes. The suet cakes would attract the birds, but it also had a little honey in it, or a sweet, and it would attract the bear. So we got rid of the bear by taking away all his food sources, and they said usually after a couple of weeks it won't come around anymore, and that's basically what happened. It stopped coming around after that. So, but now we have for our thing, we have like the garbage can. Like I said, we don't put anything but dry stuff in there. This is going to be a root cellar. So we're taking this, and it's a dog container, about 65 pounds, and we're going to bury it, so we can bury Mylar bags down in there as a test, so we can see if we can have a root cellar here on the land. If that works out, we'll work for a bigger one. We just want to see how our the cold weather treats the food down in the ground, and that's what we're doing. We're on the west side of Michigan, about 2 hours away from Grand Rapids, going north. Yeah, we're over there, like Baldwin area. That's where we are. So it's pretty hot over here. Usually it's cooler than in the city, but right now it's like 80, 82, 84 degrees over here. But yeah. So, but we are going through a drought, which is pretty cool, because we have the water container, and we're able to fill the container. Plus, we still have the water container behind the office. I'm trying to show you the office. We have a huge 200-gallon container behind the office. We are going through a drought on this side of the state, so we're kind of glad we have the water catchment system, because up here we are not plugged into anything, any gas or electricity or water. So everything we get is from God. Literally. Literally. So next to our RV, we have our battery. This is where all our batteries are housed. All the electric stuff is housed. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, my husband can answer all of those. I stay in my lane. So we have all the batteries housed. Over here, we have our extra water containers. Let me see, do it right. Okay, we have our extra water containers over here. And then we go over to the garden area. And it's looking kind of bad because I have been back and forth, out of town, blah, blah, blah. But this is our whole garden area. Something's eating my lettuce and collard greens. So they've been sustaining but not really growing. So I gotta figure out what to do to keep those whatever away. We found like a berry patch over here. This whole area right here is kind of like a berry patch, which is kind of cool. And of course we have our sewage area, which is over here. We can drain our black tank and we can drain our gray tank here when we need to. So that's kind of cool. We have asparagus growing in this area behind there, and I did have sunflowers as well in that area. And then all over here is the various herbs and stuff that I grow over here. And then I have a bean area. This is the backup generators, the gas generators. This is the gas generators that we have when we need backup. If like we don't get a lot of sun, we've had to use them during the, of course, winter time. And yeah, that pretty much helped us keep the batteries charged so we could use them. Usually the batteries last about a good 2 to 3 days if we're not using a lot of power. Like if we don't use the air conditioner on the batteries, we could usually go about 2-3 days without it. So we keep all the gas here, and then I'm growing carrots, beans, more asparagus, some basil, and then my somewhat blueberry plants are trying to grow over here along with more herbs. And then this is another trail that goes all the way around. My husband hasn't cut it, as you can see, so we don't use it. Well, I don't use it. You can go all the way around back to the front of the land on the platform, but we don't cut it, and we just keep it like that, more like a security, since we're not using it. We just let it grow up and everything. So I'm going to take you over to the office that we have. Let me see, I'm trying to see. Oh, he said, is this your home? No, actually, we still stay in Detroit. We still, still live in Detroit. We just come out here every once in a while to get away, like a vacation, enjoy life, enjoy nature. And I love it because it gives me like a lot of inspiration to write. I do so much work out here in terms of writing and things. So I love coming out here. This is my husband's. He's going to be taking these down the way for his shooting range. These are different things that he can shoot at, and they actually self-repair themselves. So that's his shooting range stuff, and he's going to take it down that trail, and there's a hill down, so he can put them against the hill so he can shoot, and he'll have his own gun range down there. I know, it is wonderful. It's a nice getaway that he's created for us. I have to, did he lock it? Oh, he locked because we're getting ready to go this afternoon. So this is the office though, and you guys have seen it before. The only thing that's different is that we added a battery in there as well, so it can charge itself and it can maintain its own thing, because we're going to put another shed next to it as a backup shed for things that we need immediately, because our other shed is all the way down there on the platform where, it's not hard to get to, but like for things we need immediate that we don't want to keep in there, we use. But yeah, this is basically the tour of it. And let me give you like a pan. This is what we see. So the office is there. I mean, the RV is there. And then I just kind of walk out to the office, which is there. So they're not very far from each other. And then we are going to put a sauna, and I have to say it right because my husband's Finnish, sauna over there. So if I'm saying it wrong, please don't tell my husband. But we're going to put his sauna over in this area, and maybe a stock tank as well. And then down the trail, down the creepy Jason trail, and we'll do like walks together and go down the trail, but then it's a drop down into the other parts of our land, which I don't go down there because trying to get back up that hill is harder than going down. So I hardly ever go down that drop. But yeah, we usually walk down there because later on we're gonna actually put a homestead down there for us, a permanent homestead down there in that area. You know, we're just saving up and everything, paying off bills, so then we can't afford that, and this will be probably like our retirement kind of place. They say this is so cool. Oh, thank you, Lila. Yeah, it is. It is. She said private land. Yes, this is private land. This is our private 10 acres of land. And usually people will ask me like, okay, I want to get land. How much do I need? Should I get like 20 or 30 acres or something like that? And we were first going for 20 acres, but then that's a lot of land. Even for two people, it was a lot of land. And even here right now, from what you've seen, we're only using almost just an acre of land, almost like less than an acre of land of everything that you've seen. This area right here is not a lot, but from where our land starts in the street to come back here, it's less than an acre. So I mean, if it's just you, I would say 5 acres, and it's affordable. You can put a tiny house on it. I mean, that thing right there was basically about $900 only because we added windows, and that's a 6x6 space. So like if you're looking for maybe a 6x10 space, you know, for one person, you can put that on there. Don't have to pay. We just basically pay vacant lot fees or abandoned or just land fees. We don't pay property fees because we're not tethered to the grid at all. So it does make it very affordable to just put whatever you want on there at anything. So if you guys got any questions, I'm gonna stay on here. This weekend we stayed, and I've been working on my book. I've been doing my promotions and scheduling it because we have internet out here. We actually have 2 internets out here, the satellite, and then we have T-Mobile home where we can just plug it in and be able to get it. My husband has an antenna around the back, and I can show you. He put an antenna on the RV so we can get a more powerful signal from T-Mobile. I can show you that. So we have a more powerful signal from T-Mobile, and it's targeted towards. We have a T-Mobile tower like a mile from us, so it can pick it up really well, even in thunderstorms and stuff. We've gotten really good signals. This is our other water bucket that we get. So in all, we get close to about 3 to 3.5, 400 gallons of water out here at the land. In all, so even in a drought, we can survive. We are putting our deck boxes up on pallets. Next week my husband's going to get some more pallets for the other deck box because we want to kind of lift everything up off the ground. And right here my husband is actually building 2 more of those large panels so he can get these higher up off the ground, because as you can see towards the end, the ones that are on the ground get a lot of shade. So he's going to take 2 of those and put them up side by side like those so we can get even more power. And I know you say like, oh, that's like greedy, but hey, ain't nobody else using the sun. But I mean, if it's there, so we use it, so that'll be kind of cool. I do want to put more plants around, and then next time we come out here, I'm gonna actually buy the mums, because then we have like these ladybug seasons, but they're not ladybugs. So what I do suggest, like if you do go buy land, don't immediately build on it. Stay on it and camp kind of like this, even if you have to car camp or tent camp on it for a couple of seasons so you can understand like the seasons and what it brings, because we'll have grasshopper season, then we'll have of course mosquitoes all the time, but then we have these baby flies that turn into big biting fly season up here, and then we have the ladybugs that come out, and I mean they get into everything, and somehow they do get into the RV as well, and I have to be on a constant vigil with the peppermint and the rosemary oil and spray it everywhere, including in our slide, because they get in everything, and to keep them out. But around the RV, I want to start putting mums down by next week, next month. I want to start putting the mums around to start replenishing and be able to keep those away. So I always tell people, like, yeah, stay out there for a good couple of years before you really start building on it, because like I said, we started at the platform, but we found out that it was more spacious back here and away from all the traffic. Even though the platform has a cement, build, we came and put the RV out here because we found out this was a bigger space, and we could put the solar panels out and about, and they could get more full sun than if we stayed up there where there are more trees around. So, you have to learn your land before you really start building on it. Or of course, you can always pay somebody to come out and then tell you what to do. But if you stay there a couple of years, you'll really get to understand, like, what's going on with the land and everything. But we enjoy it because it's peaceful and quiet. And, what'd you say? Lots of work. Yeah, it is lots of work. Like, as soon as my husband gets here, he goes into like this crap hits the fan kind of mode and starts turning things on, starts switching things around, and I'm just getting stuff out the car, and by the time I get everything out the car, he's turned the electric on, he's turned the batteries on so they can start recharging, he's turned the water on, he's situated things inside, so then once I bring all the bags inside, of course with his help, and he brings some of those in too, the majority of those in, and then I'll start putting up the food, because we'll bring our own food, to last us at least a day or so before we have to go to the grocery store and stuff. It is a lot of work before you can just say, okay, I can sit down and rest and relax, but it is worth it. The peace to get to the peace, the work to get to the peace is worth it when you kind of like put it all together. But yeah, it is a lot of work. It's not like gonna be handed to you, and like, but you know what, I kind of say, if anything happens, y'all know where I'm gonna be. Y'all know where I'm gonna be. But then, like, since like we're trying to save our money and not do a lot of vacationing outside of the city or anything like that, it kind of helps us just get away and be together. And a lot of my friends ask me, like, what do y'all do? Like, it's nothing to do. We go bike riding. We were supposed to go bike riding today, but he started working, and then the sun kind of sucked his energy. So we'll go bike riding next time. And we have like electric bikes, so we can drive really far and go really far. And it's really nice to just go and get on the roads and just go through nature with your electric bike. I know that's terrible, but yeah, I'm old. I'm not gonna lie, and trying to go up a hill on a bike is no joke. And they have hills, a lot of hills here, but we get to go there. I know on our next bike trip we're gonna try to go around lakes, and there are lakes around here. We do have kayaks that we are eventually going to try to get in the water with, so I'll try to take you on that journey. That'll be fun. But I've been kayaking before, so yeah, I've been kayaking, I think twice. Yeah, I think once or twice. But it's fun. So I can't wait to really try our own kayaks and go from there. And so, like, yeah, but I mean, just being together as a couple, it's kind of fun. I mean, it's just, when you're with somebody you like, then of course it's going to be nice. So when people ask me, yeah, what do y'all do up here? We just enjoy being here, being together, and we do our own thing during the day, because both of us can work from home during those days. So, you know, if I'm working and I work at night, you guys know, I can be on, you know, I'm not like bothering him because he can go to sleep in the camper. And we've done a tour of the camper where he's back in the bedroom and I'm up in the dining area working. Sometimes I'm going to try to work in the office next year. It's just the bear kind of freaked me out. And I haven't got back into like wanting to work in there, but I am next year. I'm definitely going. Ooh, Charmaine S, you look so relaxed. Love the camping. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I can imagine. Oh, girl, the peace is just amazing. Even though, like, of course, you hear the same kind of bugs you hear at home. It's just, I think it's just being around the trees and just being out in nature and just enjoying everything. You get like a clearer mind. So when we get back, and of course you're with somebody you enjoy, and then you get back and you're like you're connected again, and then you can start your week off and say, hey, that was a great vacation. So it feels like we're taking a vacation every time we come up here. Of course, if you go home and see my house, I will try to find, I'm trying to find like someone to come in and clean it, to do a mass clean of my house, because it does need a little bit more organization. And once I do that, like, yeah, it'll help a lot. But yeah, but just coming out here and you just get into your own little routine, and like I said, you're with somebody you enjoy, it really doesn't like matter about all the other stuff that comes through and happens and stuff like that. So you're just like, I can be out here and with no makeup or no nothing and just enjoy. So yeah, but once we figured out the solar, and I know if you guys saw from the first videos, like, you know, we were just sitting out on the platform in barely survival mode to what we have now. I think we've come a long way. In, I think it's been 3 years since has it been 3 years or 2 years? 22. I think it was 22. Yeah, when we first started this journey. And now that, you know, it's been going on 3 years that we've done this, it's been nice. It's been really nice in terms of just the how we started and where we have come from. Like, before we had like all those solar panels, we just had like a 200-watt solar panel charging like a Renogy battery, and I showed you guys that in the videos. And like I said at the beginning, if you guys didn't watch, if you saw it, you can go to my YouTube channel and type in hashtag Motel Mom, and you'll be able to see all the other camping videos that we have. But I wanted to give like an update because people were like, what is about your camping journey? What's going on at the land? And I wanted to give you guys an update. And I hope if you have any other questions, just leave them in the comments, even if you're watching on the replay or you're watching this on the YouTube channel. Just, you know, go ahead and leave a comment or question. And if I can't answer it, I'll ask my husband. I don't know anything, and I just stay in my area. I'm trying to make sure I got everybody's questions. Hold up, let me pull on my glasses because oh yeah, they're sweaty. Don't look at my glasses, they're horrible. Okay, so I'm making sure. Oh, I can see really good. She said private land. Yes, this is private land. Hi Rod, if you're still watching. And yes, I do look, I can imagine the piece. Hey guys, so but I'm gonna get off of here and finish enjoying, and then we're gonna be able to pack up and then get ready to go home. We are 3 hours away from Detroit, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to go. So so like I said, it's far enough away to get away, but it's close enough to get back home if we need to. So that's kind of cool. How we lucked up on this location is is God in disguise, because we were really disenchanted about buying land after our last attempt prior to this. And yeah, that we we got this land and we found this land and then was able to make a deal on this land, because now I have other friends who are trying to buy land in this area, and they're like, even like smaller land is going for a lot of money, and then that's because it's around a lot of lakes and rivers that you can do activities, and there are a lot of campgrounds around in this area. But where we are, literally on the other side of us is a national forest, so we know we won't have any neighbors on that side, which is cool. And the other side of the land, there is a huge drop, so whoever owns that land, they're all down. We're like literally on a hill where we are right now, and there's a huge drop down there, and I don't know, it's kind of swampish towards the bottom of that land. So I don't know if they can even build on, or even want to build on that land, because as soon as it starts raining, of course it's going to fill up. So we most likely won't have any neighbors other than the large trucks, as you can hear, going by every once in a while, or people going to their campgrounds or going away from their campgrounds. But yeah, so it makes its own little piece in itself. So like I said, we just kind of lucked up on it, and it's been really nice. So I'm gonna get off of here, and like I said, if you guys have any questions, if you're seeing this on YouTube or you want to see the other videos on YouTube, go to my YouTube channel at you can find me at Sylvia Hubbard 1, and then you can do a hashtag for Motown Mom, and you'll see all the camping videos that I've done since the beginning, even our tent camping that we did prior. Because I do tell people, like, especially if you're a couple and you've never done this before, do tent camping first, because you'll really know if you rather be with somebody out in the middle of nowhere and understand what it really means to do camping, like all the back end stuff. Like Thomas Edison, it's a lot of work, and it is a lot of work, but it's worth the piece. The work is worth the piece. I think that's going to be my saying one day on my Facebook page. So if you see it, you know where it came from. The work is worth the piece. And I'd have to tell everybody, I do appreciate like my husband, because he does a lot of work out here to make this piece for us. So I have to give him his props, because he's done a lot of work, and he still, like I said, has a lot of work to do, which are those solar panels to give us more power. Even though, like, for me, I'll tell him we don't need it, but for him, he knows, like, you know, you can never charge your batteries too much. So keep them above 80 to 90% is always nice. And it is nice, because then we know, okay, well, we can do this and this and this. Because if you don't, this is a 2022 trailer, so like we have the amenities of home, which is like you know, microwave, refrigerator. We have the shower, full bathroom, queen size bed, a booth to eat at, a small love seat kind of couch, not even a recliner, it's just a small love seat kind of couch. We have like you know, entertainment where we can watch TV and stuff like that. So it does take a lot. Not a lot to charge, but we do use energy. So like, yeah, on certain days we may average amount of, you know, when we're looking at the thing, I think he's usually seeing us use about, you know, 500 to maybe 1,000 watts. And maybe that's not with like the air conditioner on. That's if we're doing other stuff and everything. And then we'll, like, even when we use the air conditioner, like, we can still like use it plus be able to power all the other stuff. And then we even have like an air conditioner for the office as well, and that's why we put it on its own battery, because then he's able to run when he's in there working. Because I'm not an air conditioner kind of girl. I could stand the heat. I'm fine. I don't know why. I'd rather be warm than cold any day. But he can run the air conditioner here, and then if I have to, I can run the air conditioner here. You know, just kind of when it gets muggy and everything, I can. But to know that we can run the air conditioner at both places and all powered by the sun is kind of cool. It is kind of cool in itself. So that's what we are basically at. And like I said, if you guys have any questions at all, I've done the tour. I know like in September, me and my sisters are going to come up here. They're going to come and visit for a day. So that's going to be kind of cool, where we have like a little lunch and a camp out, and they get to tour around the land and stuff like that. And don't forget, in October, in October, we're having a car camping writers retreat. It's not going to be here. It's going to be at Brinkley Farm, and that's like a mile away from Lansing. And you can go on motownwriters.com to find out more information, or you can DM me for a link to all the details. And it'll be 3 days where you learn how to car camp. We'll give you a list of things to bring, help you with your setup, so you can learn how to car camp. But also we'll have writing retreat exercises. We'll have mental workshops for writers. We'll have writing workshops to work on your current product or project, or work on a new project if you want. How to get started, how to finish, how to get started, how to continue, and how to finish, and how to get rid of that writer's block. And then on our last day, and then that night we'll have like a little chili cook-off. We'll have a chili dinner, which we'll provide it. And then on the last day, we'll talk about marketing and publishing before we leave, and how to close down for car camping. So that'll be October, the second week of October. Like I said, DM me for details. Registration is until the end of, I think, September, or until the third week of September. So we have like about, I think, 3 or 4 spots that are left, because it is a small group. So if you are interested in learning how to car camp, or just want to go on a writer's retreat out in nature at a private campsite, so you don't have to worry about security, you don't have to worry about any rough hooligans and everything, then you can come with us. And it is going to be in Michigan. So if you want to join us, you can, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited about it, and I hope you guys can join us, because it's going to be so much fun. I'll take my RAV, which I found out today is like the best car to car camp in. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm ahead of the game. So I'll see you guys. I'm gonna get out of here because it is getting hot. Well, it actually started getting cooler again, but I'm gonna get out of here because we do gotta pack up and we gotta leave, and then we're gonna be home. Even though I'm not sad about being home, although I have to go back to work. So see you guys. Thank you. Like I said, leave comments below. Bye.